It was a rainy Saturday afternoon when the Black Knights traveled to Sharon for a matinee date with the 3-0 Eagles. Stoughton, at 1-2, was in danger of falling out of the playoff race and in need of a win. But that would have to come against a Sharon team that, while not included in any preseason rankings, was off to a surprising undefeated start.
Well, they're 3-0. It's hard to overlook them now. They have the best record in the Hawk right now. I think we definitely can't take them lightly.
We definitely looked at it a couple weeks ago like, all right, Sharon, we should definitely win that game. But looking at it from just the standing standpoint, I know they haven't had the schedule we've had or anything, but they're a 3-0 team and we're a 1-2 team, so we have to definitely go into the game and play like we are that 1-2 team. We definitely can't look past anyone at this point.
In a story similar to that of the Franklin game, Stoughton got off to a quick start and never looked back. Maybe it was the rain that grounded the Eagles' offense, but more likely it was the return of the tough, unrelenting Stoughton defense.
Defense was very solid. Everybody's in the right place at the right time. Containing the outside run. Playing this weather, that's Stoughton football right here.
I guess we were one of the worst defenses numbers-wise coming into this week. We had let up some of the most points in the Hockomock. So it's definitely a big statement to give the shutout to Sharon, a 3-0 team, and they were definitely a solid team.
Stoughton's biggest defensive play came when senior Nick Hardy intercepted a Sharon pass and returned it 33 yards for the pick six, giving the Black Knights a 28-0 lead 4 minutes into the second quarter.
I kind of just dropped and did my cover two rules, and when I saw them sitting up there, I had to drop off with the corner, and he threw the ball up, and it just kind of fell into my hands, and then I got a couple good blocks and got in the end zone.
The unit also got a boost with the addition of David Salucci, who made the switch from quarterback to defensive end and wasted no time becoming a force off the line. A noticeable theme in this game was the domination of both lines for Stoughton. The defensive line played a big part in the Eagles gaining less than 100 yards on the afternoon. And after Stoughton running backs totaled only 85 yards in the last 2 games combined, they picked up 313 yards at Sharon. A big reason for this was the play of the offensive line, opening up the holes for the backs to run through.
Just getting downfield for the offensive line, making sure we get our blocks, getting downfield, making sure our running backs don't get touched, keep them healthy for the playoffs.
The footing in this weather is tough, but they got it done. They were pulling. Some of the touchdowns we weren't even getting touched. It was like unreal.
That's not to overlook the skills of Stoughton's running backs. Ison Swain Price led the way with 118 yards on the ground on just 7 carries, including a 39-yard touchdown. Ryan Sullivan added 77 yards on 4 carries, highlighted by a 55-yard score.
You know, once again, Sullivan and Ison, those guys are tough. I just hope we keep improving, and we're only going to go as good as our seniors. We got a lot of them, and today they came to play. I'm very, very happy.
On this team, seniors will always have to play a big role in any win, but underclassmen made a mark against Sharon as well. Junior running back Justin Lee capped Stoughton's first scoring drive with a 22-yard touchdown run. Sophomore Evan Gibb, now solidified as the team's starting quarterback, following his impressive performance at North Attleboro, found Swain Price for the team's final touchdown on a 41-yard pass to put the Black Knights up 35-0. The team's final points of the day came from another sophomore. Alex Iverson recorded a tackle in the end zone for a safety, putting Stoughton up 37-0 in the fourth quarter. What could easily be overlooked on a day that Stoughton won by 37 was that sophomore Josh Kochi converted all 5 of his extra point attempts in less than ideal conditions. With the win, Stoughton improves to 2-2 on the season and 1-1 in Hockomock League Davenport Division play.
Let's just climb the ladder. This is the first rung, and we got Canton next week. That's the second rung. We're just going to keep climbing and hopefully get to the top.
All the seniors. That's the leadership we need. That's the hit. That is just absolutely awesome today. Awesome. Most importantly, all the Potted Stoughton football players are no longer with us. They're cheering. The party's on. They're never quitting on us. We together forever. You know who we got next week? Oh, we got the Bulldogs! Oh, here we go!
Ison Swain Price totaled 159 yards of offense against Sharon, scoring 2 more touchdowns. After 4 games, he leads the team in touchdowns with 6 and has the most yards from scrimmage with 440. His season is off to a great start, but the fact his senior year was at one point in some doubt of even happening makes it all the more impressive. To fully understand Ison's situation, you have to go back to the first scrimmage of his sophomore year.
I was set, I was ready, excited as can be, and then going into Braintree High, everything seemed fine that day, my body was feeling right, and then I got hit out of nowhere, and then I couldn't get up, and I don't know, I felt like a pop in my knee, and it was sensational pain.
Swain Price was diagnosed with osteochondritis dissecans in his knee, a condition which softens the cartilage. Because of this, when he was tackled, the cartilage in his left knee tore apart, effectively ending his sophomore season. Instead of getting ready for the first game, 2 weeks later he was undergoing surgery and facing a lengthy rehab process.
Well, they were saying 4 to 6 months, and I was shocked because like I've never had any serious injuries in my life. So, and not being able to play with my brother for his last senior year, it was a nightmare come true for me.
Ison was looking forward to playing with his older brother Brandon for the first time since Pop Warner days. Brandon was going to be a top playmaker, and Ison was anticipating seeing some action as one of the younger members of the varsity team.
I look up to Brandon more than any other person in my life. You know, he's been there every day of my life, and he's got me. He's the reason why I play football. Seeing him play on the field, he looks like a star, so I wanted to be able to play next to him side by side.
Coming into my senior year, I was thinking before preseason that like we're really gonna do this year. Like you're gonna be. He was hoping to play safety. I was hoping to play corner, and we're gonna be this Swain Price Island, we called it, to lock down. But yeah, and then he got hurt, and it was devastating.
Ison was working his way back to play again his junior year, but received words of caution from his doctor.
He told me out straightforward. He was like, "There's a serious injury, and if I was you, like, football's not really that serious to you, I would stop playing because you could lead to your knee getting hurt again."
Ison took his doctor's advice seriously, but football meant too much to him.
Well, football has been a lot in my life. I love the game, everything about it, and I just couldn't stop playing it. So when the team needed me, I was willing to put everything on the line just to help the team. I was excited. I was like, all the work I put in during the off season to come back, it came to fold, and just be able to put that great of a season in with my great teammates, it was exciting for me.
He really came out in that Foxboro game where we beat them 14-0. He had a great game at running back, and he was always good on defense, but running back he really stepped up, and he did outstanding his junior year.
Ison was back on the field wearing number 14. This number means a lot to Ison and the Swain Price family. It's the number their father wore during his football career, and it's the same number Brandon wore at Stoughton High.
It's more than a number to us. It's just, staying in contact even when we're not, playing together. 14 is what keeps us, connected at all times.
We chose number 14 so we can be a part, like it's like a connection between us, so we can feel like we're a part of each other on the field. So I wear 14 because of him, and I feel like I'm representing him every time I'm on the field, and I play for that.
And it's just creating legacy for our name. 14, like when someone says 14, oh, that's Swain Price, like we remember him. So it's just about, making a name for ourselves.
Junior year, I went the whole season without injury, feeling good, confident, and then it was a playoff game against Milton. Near the end of the game, I was going to make a tackle, and I fell down. The running back fell on me, and I fell down wrong, so I felt a little tweak in my knee, a little pop, and I knew something wasn't wrong. It wasn't right, so I checked in with the trainer and everything, and it turned out that I had an ACL sprain and a little more cartilage tear in my knee, so I had to get surgery again after the season, so that was heartbreaking for me.
Even though another surgery was in the near future, Ison decided to tough it out and play on Thanksgiving.
Going into the Thanksgiving game, the team's really excited, and you know, I know that it's the last game they might ever play in their life, so I knew I had to just suck it up and play the game for them. At the beginning of the game, the pain was unbearable, but you know, you put your feelings aside and be able to play for somebody else, you put your pain aside. That Thanksgiving game, actually, Jay Gibb actually connected with me a couple of times, and I actually had 2 touchdowns that game, so that felt great. Being able to go out with my teammates and just be able to get the win for the seniors on the team, because they wanted it bad, and I felt happy for them.
A week after the Thanksgiving game, Ison had surgery on his left knee for the second time in as many years, setting himself up for another off-season of rehab.
I thought to myself, at some points, in my low points in life, I was like, I don't know if maybe football's not the right way to go for me, because 2 injuries in 2 years, I was just down on myself. But my teammates were there during the off season, during my recovery process, telling me, picking me up when I was down, and I was able to come back my senior year better than ever.
I mean, I can't really speak for the other guys, but me personally, I knew there was no way he was missing his senior season. It's just admirable. Like, a lot of guys would be down and out saying, oh, I don't want to do all this rehab. There goes his knee, he's got to work it all back again, and then what do you know, his junior year, he has to do the same thing over and over again. He just overcomes everything that's thrown in his way.
It's been a tough journey, but the people along the way that's been there to help me, they never gave up on me. Like the coaches, being able to name me captain and being able to start, even though they knew that my knee was a kind of mystery. No one ever gave up on me, and I was able to just overcome this. It's been like a roller coaster for me, and I was able to overcome this with the help of my peers and my teammates, like brothers with me. I'll never ever forget this moment. I would never take any part of it back. You know, I cherish this moment, every part of it, and I just love it. And I wish I could do this all over again, to be honest.
The Black Knights returned to the field the following week for a rivalry game at 1-3 Canton. Yet again, the big plays came early and often for Stoughton, as they wasted no time in getting on the scoreboard.
Justin Lee may go all the way. Inside the 30, he will not be touched. That is an opening touchdown for Stoughton. 86 yards on the opening play from scrimmage.
Against North Attleboro Marshfield, we didn't start out tough. We started out tough against Sharon, and I guess that's quick enough. First play, you know, Justin Lee takes it right to the house. That's what we were preaching. All walkthroughs, all up until that moment. You know, he was ready to go.
But the lead was short-lived. Canton answered on his own first offensive play with a 65-yard touchdown run. The extra point tied it up at 7, less than a minute into the game. Stoughton and Canton then traded punts. Ryan Sullivan fielded Canton's punt at his own 14 and evaded tacklers up the sideline before breaking away for an 86-yard touchdown with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Sullivan's next punt return set up another Stoughton score.
Sullivan fields it around the 25, cuts upfield, moves to his left, still on his feet. What a run. Still on his feet and gets down to about up to the 45. Ryan Sullivan is so hard to bring down. 3rd and 14. Give fakes. Over to Swain Price, and that's going to be a touchdown. Wide open. Ison Swain Price scores. Another long scoring play. 60 yards.
Stoughton led 21-7 with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter following that score. This was Evan Gibbs' 4th touchdown pass to Swain Price in the past 3 games. Sullivan added to Stoughton's lead with a 3-yard touchdown run, putting the Black Knights up 28-7 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second quarter. The defense got into the act in the second half. Andrew Iverson exploded into the Canton backfield, forcing a fumble recovered by Ryan Pierre. Stoughton capitalized on offense with Gibb finding Jack Connolly for a 19-yard touchdown. David Salucci added the 2-point conversion to give Stoughton a 36-7 lead with 8 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third. The offense wasn't done though, as Stoughton's longest play was still to come.
And here's Swain Price. He may go all the way on this one. Ison Swain Price cannot be brought down. Another Stoughton touchdown, a huge scoring play. 94 yards.
Coach been drawing up that play since all week, so I knew I had to hit the holes. My lineman opened up a huge gap for me. I ran full speed and didn't look back.
Oh, that was beautiful. I got winded on that play. That was so long. He just hit the hole, followed his block exactly like he was supposed to, and he's got some of the greatest balance I've ever seen. So he stayed up and kept pushing along for the 94-yard touchdown. That was huge.
Canton scored twice in the fourth quarter, but it was not enough to spoil another solid showing from the defense. With the 42-22 win, Stoughton improves to 3-2 overall and 2-1 in Hockomock League Davenport Division play.
Like I said against Sharon, that's the second rung of the ladder, and we got to keep climbing. It feels great right now. We finally got a winning record, and hopefully we can keep climbing.
Stoughton had plenty of big plays at Canton. 3 scores of at least 80 yards and another touchdown that went for 60. But Sullivan's 86-yard return late in the first quarter was arguably the most important. Considering the Black Knights scored 28 unanswered points following his return, it certainly played a part in swinging the momentum for the rest of the game.
That's how good that kid is. You know, he's just phenomenal. I can't. You know, it's not only the nicest kid in America. He's just he makes plays. He's getting better every week. He's improved himself, his strength, his speed, and his strength now. You know, he was sort of a skinny little kid before. Now he's getting to be a grown man, and his best days are ahead of him.
I just picked it up and followed my blockers. They took me right to the end zone. It was great blocking on the play, and it was good to get that back on top after their big run. So got us up 14-7.
Well, Sully's a weird breed, I'd like to say. I mean, obviously I'm good friends with him, so I know like in everything, like he was a 2-sport varsity captain for as a junior, and now being a senior, he's a 3-sport varsity captain. He's a great athlete, and even better than that, he's a great kid, like off the field. And whenever you try to talk about him, tell him he did great or something, he'll be like, no, like if he has a long run, he'll say, oh, it's because of the line. If he has a long catch, it'll say it was a great ball. It's just, he never puts it on himself. He always likes to look to the next person over and give them credit, which is really special.
Ryan Sullivan is a great role model for this team. But to be honest, Stoughton has a roster full of players like that. Young men who put the good of the team before any individual accolades. Another prime example of this mentality is how David Salucci handled his position change.
I mean, Evan's just doing a hell of a job. He earned that spot. He earned everything he's getting. So it doesn't feel good sometimes watching him do what I work so hard to, but I'm glad it's him. He earned that through and through. And that's just how I wanted to be. I wanted to teach him when I was in that spot, and I just want him to flourish now that he's there. And defense, it's fun. I like getting out there and hitting people now.
He's been working all the 4 years to become the varsity quarterback, and then it was finally his time. And then the next thing he knows, there's a great sophomore backing him up who ends up taking his spot. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody lose their job, but sometimes on the team it's going to happen when things go wrong. Sometimes you got to make some changes. And I think he handled it really well, switched his position, and now he's really tearing it up at DN, so it's definitely great to see that.
You were once that person getting hit, you know how bad that sucked and how that hurt, how that felt mentally. So it's a good job when you're doing that, and then you know what mentally you're doing to that quarterback and how you can influence the game just by that one tackle or that one run stop.
He had 2 sacks against Sharon, a huge game against Canton. I don't even know how many tackles. And people are starting to kind of realize he's a force to be reckoned with now. He may have lost the quarterback spot, but he came right in and got a starting job at DN, and he's been working really hard.
It's the same as any other position on the field. You need to know your job. You need to be able to make a read. You need to be able to do what you're out there to do. So it's kind of just the same job, just a different spot.
Dave's great. He's kind of like an older brother to me when my brothers are gone. So he's always been there, always helping out with plays, new plays that if he knows, he'll help me out with them. He's just been great through everything.
this year me and him have built a great friendship, and I mean, I hope the best for him for the next few years. He's looking great now, so his ceiling is through the roof right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more comfortable, starting to build bonds with all my linemen and my receivers. It's really easy coming into an offense when all the guys are good. I feel like I'm fitting in with them better.
Being as young as he is, Evan's really been doing great to handle all the pressure of being a varsity quarterback and just being a varsity player for that matter.
He'll come into the huddle, say we have a bad play, like talk us up like, hey, we're good, everyone settle down, and then we'll just clear our minds and get on to the next play. That's one thing I probably admire the most, because everyone knows he's a great player, but we're kind of the only ones that realize how well he's able to manage the team, even though he's only a sophomore.
Evan isn't the first Gib to start a quarterback for the Black Knights during his sophomore year. His older brother Jake did the same thing in 2013, helping lead Stoughton to a Division III Southwest title and remaining the starter through his senior season last year.
It's cool that we both came up the same way. He's been great with me, telling me how it's been with him, and just looking back, he's just really supportive with me.
I know when we're hanging out with Jake, we like to give him a lot of crap about how, like, Evan's already better than him and all this stuff. But yeah, definitely, it's something to say about the Gib family that they've 2 of their 3 kids started at quarterback as a sophomore, and they both did well when they were playing. That's definitely a statement to them.
It wasn't fun at the moment, but you realize, all right, that wasn't my job. I was pretending to be a quarterback. It's time to do what I need to do, and that's obviously on defense. I celebrate with Evan because sometimes maybe I had something to do with it. Maybe that one thing I tried to teach him that his brother taught me at one point can influence how he did on that play. So it's great to watch him do that now.
After 3 straight games on the road, the Stoughton High football team returned home to face Foxboro. The Warriors are 2-3, coming off a 41-14 loss against Milford, while the Black Knights are 3-2, coming off back-to-back impressive performances, looking more like the team that started the season with a blowout win than the team that lost consecutive games. Against Sharon and Canton, it was the offense that struck early, but in this game, Stoughton's defense got things going. On the opening possession of the game, Ryan Sullivan picked off the Foxboro pass, setting up Stoughton for its first score.
In motion, Swain Price. They give it to him along the left. Watch out for this. He's going to the corner. That'll be a touchdown for Ison Swain Price. Running the left side for 10 yards, and Stoughton leads Foxboro 6-0.
Foxboro could only manage 1 field goal in the early going, but they mainly kept Stoughton's offense in check until Swain Price's second touchdown of the game.
Here's Gibb. The Gibb. And the touchdown.
Evan Gibb's 2-point conversion run made it 14-3.
Gibb fakes it, goes up the middle, and he will get the 2.
Foxboro recovered a fumble at the Stoughton 23-yard line with just 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the first half. Coming into this game as the underdog, and already trailing by 2 scores, Foxboro had to take advantage of any Stoughton mistakes. But on 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line, Foxboro quarterback Mark Clagg rolled out of the pocket. He was almost sacked by David Salucci before junior Jason Joseph finally tracked him down, forcing the Warriors to hurry to the line and attempt another field goal before time expired in the first half.
5 seconds. Will they get it off here? 4, 3, 2.
The kick was wide right, and Stoughton still led 14-3 heading into the locker room. By recent standards, it was a slow offensive start for the Black Knights, having scored 35 in the first half against Sharon and 28 in the first half against Canton. But Stoughton really opened the game up in the second half against Foxboro.
They're going to go deep. Ryan Sullivan takes the pass from Gibb, and he will score. 67 yards, Evan Gibb to Ryan Sullivan. And right from the opening play of the 3rd quarter, Stoughton showcasing its dynamic offense.
We came out, big TD to Sully right off the bat, and they kind of folded after that, and we started rolling. And we knew if we came out and smacked them in the mouth with a quick touchdown, they would kind of fold, and our plan worked exactly as we wanted.
Salucci's 2-point conversion run made it 22-3. Stoughton's defense set up the next touchdown, thanks to Lino Azul recovering a fumble.
Stoughton looking to expand a 22-3 lead. A counter play. This is Swain Price along the sideline. He will score from 32 yards. Ison Swain Price, his third touchdown of the game.
I was seeing open holes. Like, I was just doing what I was supposed to do, hit the holes, and from there I just ran to the end zone. It was untouched.
Looking to add to a 29-3 lead, Nick Hardy scored on back-to-back plays, but both touchdowns were negated by penalties that put Stoughton in a long yardage situation. But the Black Knights were still able to deliver.
Let's see what they do on 3rd and 25. Give straight back. Deep. And Sullivan has it for a touchdown. Ryan Sullivan.
There's not much I got to do. I just put my hands out. The ball's right there. I was actually a second read on the second touchdown, so that's how you tell he's a pocket pass. He's ready to go.
Game was just spectacular. It gets better every week. That's what we want from all our players, getting better every week. So that's awesome. We're good.
I thought we played okay. First half, second half we played real well. You know, we got things going, and we made a couple nice passes. They were up tight on us, and you know we decided to, we had to throw the ball a little bit, which is fine, and we hit some nice passes. But more importantly, we played some great better defense, and I thought we did a great job that way.
Stoughton's defense was stellar, limiting Foxboro to less than 150 yards of offense and making several big plays. The defensive line provided pressure all night, with Jason Joseph leading the way with 3 sacks.
He really stepped up today. We've been on him all season. Like, you gotta have a big game out of you, and he stepped up today. He was the one to take on the challenge, and he did his thing. Junior Alex Shoquist scored Stoughton's final touchdown with 8 minutes and 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter, making it 42-3. Stoughton had 233 yards rushing in the win, with Shoquist joining Sullivan, Swain Price, and Lee in helping to wear down the Foxboro defense.
As a line, we know what we have behind us, so we're just trying to work hard. We know we open up a hole for them, they're going to take it.
Stoughton is now on a 3-game winning streak. They are 4-2 overall and 3-1 in the division. With their recent success, Stoughton is in good position to earn a playoff berth for the 4th straight year.
You know, another division win. We lost our first division game to North Attleboro. We won the past 3 straight. You know, we just keep climbing the ladder, like I keep saying. It's the 3rd rung. We got to keep going.
It's another big one. We've been rolling lately. It's a way to come back after 2 tough losses, and we've showed great character. I mean, a lot of teams would have just folded after that, but we fought hard every game, and we're rolling so far. We want to keep it going.
Go in tight, man. Hey, everybody in tight. Let's go. Great job. Good to be home.
The Black Knights will host Milford in the regular season finale next week. Both teams are 4-2 and are fighting for the chance to host a game in the playoffs.
Yeah.